What if a factory could see the future? Not with a crystal ball or anything, but by looking at the data that's streaming from thousands of tiny sensors. Today, we're going to talk about a huge technological shift that's making that a reality, creating systems that can actually predict and prevent disasters before they even start.
I know, it sounds a little like science fiction, doesn't it? But it's really not. What if a factory couldn't just feel that something was wrong, but could actually think about what it means and warn us about a catastrophe minutes, maybe even hours ahead of time? That's the powerful question we're digging into today.
So to really appreciate the solution, we first got to understand the problem. Industrial sites, they can be minefields of invisible, ever-present dangers.
And when things go wrong, the consequences are just catastrophic. We're talking about the ultimate cost, of course, the loss of human life and serious injury. But it never stops there. You're also looking at millions in destroyed equipment, crippling fines from regulators, and the kind of damage to a company's reputation that can shut it down for good. The stakes are absolutely immense.
Now, this isn't just some theoretical discussion we're having. Everything we're talking about is based on a real-world proposal from a company called Favoriot, which is developing a system designed to tackle these exact problems head-on.
This brings us to a really fundamental shift in thinking. For decades, industrial safety has pretty much always been reactive. But the new way, the new paradigm, is all about being proactive.
Think about it. The old way is a worker with a clipboard walking around, eventually finding a leak that's already happening. The new way? It's a system that's watching everything all the time and alerts you to the tiny little change that leads to the leak in the first place. It is the literal difference between damage control and disaster prevention.
So how is this even possible? Well, it's possible because we're essentially giving the factory a digital nervous system.
And this nervous system has these incredibly sensitive nerve endings. It senses things that we humans just can't. We're talking explosive gases like methane, toxic ones like ammonia, and even really subtle changes in air quality, temperature, and pressure. All the earliest warning signs that a system is about to fail.
And this combination of a digital nervous system, that's the Internet of Things, or IoT, and an artificial intelligence brain that makes sense of it all, well, it has a name, AIoT. It's pretty simple, really. The sensors are the nerves, and the AI is the brain that processes all those signals.
Okay, but here's the crucial part. How does this system go from just sensing a bunch of data to actually, predicting the future? It's all about the journey that data takes.
It's a four-step journey that happens in the blink of an eye. First, thousands of sensors sense the environment. Second, all that data gets transmitted to a central platform in the cloud. Third, and this is where the magic happens, the AI analyzes it all. It's not just looking for a single number to cross some red line. No, it's looking at dozens of variables at the same time, finding tiny patterns and trends that would be totally invisible to a person. A slight rise in pressure combined with a tiny uptick in vibration. To the AI, that specific combination means a pump is about to fail. And finally, it sends an intelligent alert.
And that alert is the game-changing difference. See, a simple alarm just tells you, hey, methane level is critical now. You have to react instantly. But an AI-powered prediction tells you something totally different. It says, based on the current trend, the methane level will be critical in 30 minutes. It gives you time. It puts you back in control.
And this incredible predictive power, that's exactly what Favoriot's AI-EM system is being built to do. It's all about turning raw data into actual foresight.
But what's really interesting is that the impact of a system like this doesn't just stop at the factory gate. It actually extends out to public safety and the agencies that are tasked with protecting all of us.
I mean, think about it. For regulators, this means audits suddenly get way simpler because there's a perfect, unchangeable data log. If an accident does happen, they have a complete forensic record to figure out why. And over time, all this data can help create better, smarter environmental policies for everyone. It helps them become proactive too.
The source proposal actually uses this powerful metaphor. It calls the system an environmental black box, right? Just like on an airplane. It gives you a perfect time-stamped record of exactly what happened and when. And that is absolutely crucial for investigators trying to make sure it never, ever happens again. So all of this leaves us with a final, fascinating question. We are building digital nervous systems for our most dangerous industrial environments. Now that we can do that, what's next? Bridges? Power grids? Maybe even entire cities. The potential is really just beginning to unfold.